The drama starts with Buhui, who says to her friend Jiro that today, after 3 whole years, Yunj is finally waking up from his coma. She says, "I should go to him." Jiro says, "Why do you love him so much? Why for this crazy guy?" Buhui replies, "When it's love, it just happens with anyone." Jiro asks, "By the way, who is he?" Buhui says, "Yes, he is the owner of the company." From that moment, Jiro's intentions change, and she decides to betray her own friend. Buhui is with Xia Yuxing when Jiro calls and says, "Come quickly, your mother has called you." Buhui leaves and fate supports Jiro. When Jiro is with Xia Yuxing, he finally regains consciousness. Xia Yuxing says, "A little while ago I couldn't move, but I could feel that someone was taking care of me. Someone was crying for me. Was that you?" Jiro says, "Yes, it was me. I've been taking care of you for 3 years." And slowly, Jiro makes a place in Xia Yuxing's heart. On the other side, Buhui is going back to the hospital when a boy, Yunj, starts following her. Buhui says, "Who are you?" Yunj says, "I love you. I want to keep you with me forever." Buhui smiles and says, "You can never be mine." Yunj replies, "I will become yours." While they are still talking, Jiro and Xia Yuxing arrive there. Jiro pretends and says, "Nice, Buhui. So you already made a boyfriend. Is this your boyfriend? You didn't even care about Xia Yuxing." Buhui says, "It's nothing like that." And she leaves from there. In the next scene, Buhui goes home. Just then, Xia Yuxing sends a message. "I'm drunk, help me." As soon as Buhui goes to him and tries to take him toward the room, Xia Yuxing suddenly becomes romantic, just like in the movies. In his drunken state, he kisses Buhui, and the limits of their relationship are crossed. In the morning, when Buhui wakes up, she sees that Xia Yuxing is sleeping beside her. For a moment, she becomes scared. The scene becomes even more interesting when Jiro arrives. Seeing her, Xia Yuxing panics and tries to explain. "I was just drunk. I don't love Buhui." Jiro says, "I wanted to propose to you, but now I'm breaking up." And she leaves from there. Buhui cannot understand how all of this happened. Then Xia Yuxing's mother says, "I arranged all of this so that Xia Yuxing would stay away from this cunning girl." She then shows Buhui some pictures and says that Buhui had affairs with many men. She is even pregnant, and she wants to hide this secret by marrying Xia Yuxing. She asks, "Will you marry Xia Yuxing based on what I'm saying?" At first, Buhui refuses, but then she agrees. When they get married, Xia Yuxing says, "Why are you sad? I should be the one sad since I'm the one marrying you." In the next scene, Xia Yuxing comes home drunk. Buhui tries to help him, but he refuses. While Buhui is cleaning his face, Xia Yuxing says, "Stay away from me. I hate you." Then angrily he asks, "Why did you do all this?" In his drunken state, he moves toward Buhui and says, "This is what you wanted, right? Fine, I'm giving it to you." But then Xia Yuxing controls himself. Actually, Buhui and Xia Yuxing had an old relationship. They already knew each other from before, and a lot had already happened in their lives. Buhui is going to meet her child when Xia Yuxing comes there with his secretary. The secretary tries to make fun of Buhui, but Buhui doesn't respond much. Angrily, the secretary slaps Buhui. This also upsets Xia Yuxing and he says, "Get lost. Only I have the right to bother her. Leave from here." Then Xia Yuxing says to Buhui, "My mother has made you my personal secretary. I have to attend a wedding, so you should get ready too." When Buhui gets ready and comes, the maid says, "Mr. Xia Yuxing left quite a while ago." Buhui says, "It's okay, I'll go with the driver." Buhui is busy with her office work when a girl comes and says, "Mr. Zhang wants to meet you. He wants to discuss a project." Buhui brings him inside. When she brings tea for him, Mr. Zhang starts flirting with her and says, "Give me a chance. I'll make you rich overnight. You are very beautiful." Buhui tries to push him away. Just then, Xia Yuxing also arrives and sees everything. Xia Yuxing says to Mr. Zhang, "I did not expect this from you. Leave right now, or I'll call the police." Xia Yuxing tells Buhui to stand up, but because she had fallen earlier, her foot is injured. Then a spark of love lights up in Xia Yuxing's heart. He lifts Buhui in his arms and carries her to the room. Later, Buhui goes to the storeroom for some work. Someone locks the door from outside. Xia Yuxing keeps searching for her all over the house, but he cannot find her. As soon as he opens the storeroom door, Bu Hui is inside, scared and crying. Xia Yuxing says, "Why didn't you call me?" Bu Hui replies, "The battery died." Xia Yuxing says, "Why are you bearing so much pain? You don't even love me. Then why don't you just leave me?" Xia Yuxing is drinking while thinking about Jiro. Bu Hui comes and says, "Don't hurt yourself like this." Xia Yuxing misses Jiro so much that he mistakes Bu Hui for Jiro and kisses her. And look at fate. The one Xia Yuxing was remembering arrives the very next day. Jiro says to Bu Hui, "So how was my surprise?" Just then the servants come. Jiro says to them, "Bring tea for me as well." But the servant gives a bold reply, "I am only the servant of Xia Yuxing and Bu Hui, not yours. Go and get it yourself." In anger, Jiro is about to slap him when Bu Hui stops her and says, "She is older than you, have some shame." Jiro says, "You're just a guest here for a few days. Xia Yuxing will divorce you soon anyway." Just then Xia Yuxing also arrives and says, "Jiro is carrying my child and I love Jiro. I've already talked to my mother. Very soon you will get a divorce, Bu Hui." Hearing this, Bu Hui silently leaves. In the next scene, Ms. He says, "No one has any news about Bu Hui. She isn't even answering her phone." A message comes to Xia Yuxing's phone in which Bu Hui is with her friend Yunj. Xia Yuxing calls Bu Hui to the club and says, "You didn't even get divorced yet and you already started another affair? You're really fast." Bu Hui says, "I don't know whether you'll believe me or not. I only went there for his birthday. If you don't believe me, you can check." Jiro also says, "Let it be, baby. What relation do we even have with her?" The real twist comes when Xia Yuxing's mother arrives at Jiro's house. Seeing her, Jiro becomes scared. Mother says, "I know everything about you. I won't fall for your words like my daughter did. And I also know that the child in your womb is not Xia Yuxing's." She puts all the pictures in front of her. Mother is about to go and tell everything to Xia Yuxing when Jiro pushes her. Her head hits the wall and she faints. Jiro burns all the pictures so no evidence remains. At that moment, Bu Hui also arrives there. As always, the same thing happens. Bu Hui starts handling the situation. Bu Hui says to Jiro, "Call the ambulance quickly." Jiro says, "This is all your fault." Then she hits her own head against the wall as well and faints. Xia Yuxing comes and sees the whole scene. He says to Bu Hui, "I did not expect that you could do something like this." Then he tells her to leave the house. "What happens to every good person has happened to me too. That's why they say there is no time left for kindness in this world." Bu Hui also faints. When she wakes up, she finds herself in the hospital with her friend Yunj. Yunj says, "I brought you to the hospital. Where is Xia Yuxing?" Bu Hui replies, "I have taken the divorce." Yunj says, "Do you know that you're pregnant?" Hearing this, Bu Hui is shocked and goes straight to Xia Yuxing. She says, "I can't divorce you, you are going to be a father." But Xia Yuxing doesn't take it seriously and says, "You tried to kill my mother and even injured Jiro. Because of you, my mother went into a coma. There is no chance of any relationship between us. Jiro and her boyfriend are already planning their future." Then she says, "And Bu Hui being pregnant, isn't it too fast? Anyway, we only wanted Xia Yuxing's property. Then we both will live peacefully." In the next scene, Jiro is with Xia Yuxing when someone starts knocking on the door loudly. Jiro tells Xia Yuxing to go inside the room and says, "I'll see who it is." As soon as the door opens, Bu Hui is there and says, "Please let me meet Xia Yuxing. I need money. Our son is 5 years old and he is in the hospital right now. I need 3 million yuan. Let me meet him once, then I will never come back again." Jiro says, "He doesn't even want to see your face. Still, I'll talk to him, wait." After a long time, Jiro returns and says, "Xia Yuxing says you must stay on your knees the whole night, then he will give you the money." Bu Hui refuses. "I don't have that much time." Then Jiro plays a voice note for her, which she herself had edited, in which it sounds like Xia Yuxing is saying, "I don't care about you. Get lost." Jiro leaves. Xia Yuxing has no idea that Bu Hui came at night. Bu Hui waits outside the whole night. In the morning, when Xia Yuxing is leaving for the office, he sees Bu Hui. Xia Yuxing says, "You are very stubborn." Bu Hui says, "I have signed the papers." Xia Yuxing gives her a check for 10 million. Bu Hui throws the check away and says, Loving you was the biggest mistake of my life. Then the story jumps 1 month ahead. Buhui is living alone. Yunj goes with her to see her new house. After seeing the house, he becomes very happy and says, "Now I'm not going to leave from here anytime soon." One day Yunj is sleeping. Buhui tries to wake him up, but while still asleep, Yunj hugs her. As soon as he opens his eyes, he becomes startled and says, "What were you doing with me?" Buhui hits him lightly and says, "You started it." Then she notices that Yunj is hurt. Yunj says, "I'm afraid of blood," and he faints. Later, when they are in the park, Yunj says, "Don't leave me. Love you. I really love you." But Buhui refuses and says, "I'm not the same as before. Forgive me." Yunj says, "It's okay." Meanwhile, Jiro is still worried that Buhui might know some of her secrets. She thinks, if Buhui tells Xia Yuxing, there will be problems. She tells her boyfriend to deal with Buhui. At night, when Buhui and Yunj are returning home, a man drops his wallet. Yunj goes to return it, and suddenly, Buhui is kidnapped. And then Yunj is also taken. The man who captured them says, "We are granting your last wish. Jiro ordered you to be killed." And the scene ends there. When Buhui opens her eyes, she asks, "How did I come here?" The woman explains the whole story. "When you were unconscious, Yunj brought you to me." Yunj also got hurt on the head, which made his mind like a child's. "Now you have to take care of him." Buhui meets Yunj, apologizes and says, "This was all my mistake." Later, when Buhui goes to get Yunj's medicine, she bumps into Xia Yuxing. Xia Yuxing taunts her. "Are you happy with your boyfriend?" Buhui says, "You're really crazy." That moment Jiro also arrives. Buhui says, "What happened? Are you scared seeing me?" "Don't worry, Xia Yuxing will deal with you when your truth comes out." Saying this, Buhui leaves. Xia Yuxing says, "I completely trust you. I don't care about what people say." In the next scene, Jiro's boyfriend says to Xia Yuxing, "Maybe you don't know me, but I know you very well. We both love the same girl. I am just poor, that's why she hates me. But now I have changed my mind. You won't believe it." Then he starts talking to Jiro. Jiro says, "Is everything all right?" He replies, "Why don't you end all of this?" Jiro says, "Are you crazy? After so much effort you are saying this. Because of me, 2 of Buhui's children died in the hospital. And because of me, Xia Yuxing's mother went into a coma. If she finds out, she will kill me." He says, "She already found out. Xia Yuxing, come outside." Jiro tries to explain, but Xia Yuxing pushes her away and says, "Get lost." Xia Yuxing goes to apologize to Buhui, but Yunj says, "Now she doesn't even want to see your face." Yunj adds, "There's no use now. You can leave." In the next scene, Buhui is with Yunj. Buhui tries to help Yunj regain his memory. They start talking. Buhui reminds Yunj of the first time he proposed to her and said, "I love you." At that moment, they grow closer, and Buhui realizes that she also likes Yunj. And the story ends on a happy note. Do you think Buhui did the right thing with Xia Yuxing in the end? Should she have forgiven him? Make sure to tell us in the comments.